Gunpowder, treason and plot, 5th of November, English, tried to blow up Harlem.
What date are you born?
Me, 17/10/54.
May.
No, October.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm at Libra and I'm balanced, well balanced. Some say overstretched.
So, okay. Something left from yesterday.
Everything.
Always hoping that everyone forgets what I've said. Maybe you only want to. Oh no, that means you are really you're so bad. Not me, but him. That's the way Indian drive. But you're going to sit there, then you have no problem with someone in front of you.
I want to be here than my friends.
It's like cats, so. What are you doing? Che passa?
She's from Italy.
I know.
Oh, you know.
I know I've fallen.
No.
Long as in.
No?
Oh,
Here.
15, 20. Because my name comes, my blood is half Italian, so okay, I know.
Really?
Renzos.
Oh.
Coming from there.
Renshausen.
Firenze. It's my hometown. So what can I do? But they invite me every year to Italy for talks, and I'm afraid. Another place of it. Translation. This Latino said, it's too hard, no? It's hard to speak English for them. Understand? And I don't have this language in my hand. I could. So, good. Andrew?
Yeah. Okay, I will in a minute, yeah.
In 1 minute?
No, not 1 minute, soon, yeah. I did have some sort of, it's kind of like the knowing, it seems to imply a knower.
Yes. It seems like an experience of knowing implies there's one who's knowing. It's like without the imaginary knower, maybe you cannot experience knowing, so both come together, the knower and the knowing.
The knower of the knower, but the knower doesn't really need to be there, does it? Because it's a false.
Yeah, but it needs one who calls knowing knowing, so it needs a definer that there is knowing. Without a definer, there is neither knowing or not knowing anything. It needs a definer.
What needs a definer?
Everything, whatever you can name, whatever you can put in frames and forms, it always needs a definer. Who defines the universe, who defines form, defines knowing and defines not knowing. The definer is the I.
Is the right, that's the I. So from the point of view of consciousness, that doesn't need a definer, does it?
Consciousness's nature is always fine. But consciousness, knowing consciousness, it wants to be finer. It wants to make itself finer. Finer knowledge, finer whatever. So it's defining itself always finer, but it's never fine enough.
Because the definition always is a limitation, isn't it?
The fine already is a limitation. It's limited that you can only be what you are when you're fine. When you're well, when you're fine, when you're blissful, just fine. You don't want to define yourself.
Yeah, then everything's okay.
Yeah, so you want to make something out of what is already okay, more okay. You never get enough from yourself. It's like you greed for more knowledge, for whatever comes immediately. So the relative God wants to be finer than the absolute God, so it becomes a definer. Then he becomes his own devil. God becomes his own devil, wants to know himself, to be finer as God.
So this, because you talk about not knowing what you know,
I'm
and what
talking
you
about
don't
the
know.
absolute not knowing, which is absolute not knowing what you are and what you're not. I'm not talking about the not knowing, because that would be the difference to knowing.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the opposite of knowing.
But it takes a definer, doesn't it, to know or not know, as you say.
No,
So is there an
to
absence
know
of a
or
definer?
not to know or not to know what you are doesn't mean anything. Absolute not knowing what you are and what you're not doesn't know any definer.
Which is always how you are.
Where a definer would say knowing is better than not knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a definer makes difference. But absolute not knowing what you are and what you're not, there is no, you can't get more or less by that. And you cannot get finer, so the definer is killed instantly by you not knowing what you are and what you're not. There is instantly no place for him. There's only a definer because he thinks this is finer than that.
Yeah, okay.
So knowing is better than not knowing. Or even if he changes it, then he says not knowing is better than knowing.
Yeah.
He always tricks himself. Always fantastic. Then emptiness is suddenly the best. Oh. Before fullness, I embrace everything. Now I just be a witness. I don't embrace anything anymore. If that is better than embracing. Because before it's embracing. I embrace everything. I celebrate everything. And then, oh no, I'm just a witness. All projections. You always shift between different things and think that is finer than this one. That's the way it is.
Until it isn't. I mean, until
No,
something...
it's always there.
It's always there, but I mean,
When there's a presence, there is no presence without the definer.
But yeah, okay.
Then
But
it's a
at the same
presence.
time,
No, it's a presence. Then there's a definer who thinks the absence is better than the presence.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
So that's a definer.
But I mean, you seem to be kind of living in both worlds in the sense
I don't
that
live
you
in
know...
neither.
Okay, you don't live in neither.
Neither.
Yeah, okay, that's...
I'm not
the
alive.
same thing.
I'm not alive at all, I would say. I have no idea if I'm alive or not alive. I actually give a fuck about if I'm alive or not alive.
That's fine, yeah.
It's fine. But it's not fine because of something.
Yeah, it's not like you've had, okay, yeah. You've
That's
actually got
fine.
not taken
I don't
away.
know, but I don't know why I'm fine. And I don't know why I'm not fine. The body is always sick. I don't have to worry about it because it's a sickness anyway. The moment the body wakes up, you wake up in a sickness, so it's never fine. Whatever you try, I like it. Never fine enough. Always aching and constipated or something. Something's always wrong. And you call yourself healthy when you don't feel the body. But it doesn't mean it's healthy, it's just you don't feel the body, that's all. So then you already wait for the next, what may happen. You know it's just a temporary pause of, and you try to keep healthy, try to not to feel it, and then you even try to become a witness which is not concerned about if the body is healthy or not, if there's a projection. You always need a little effort to make yourself fine. So then I would say the natural state doesn't need any effort. The natural state would be not knowing what you are and what you are not anyway, and you cannot get less and more as you are anyway, and you cannot find, there is no way out of what you are anyway, so may it be as it is. So, or not. Who cares? This carelessness is your natural state. But this caretaker, this definer, you always take care. And out of love. The lover will always care about the beloved. What can you do? So I agree, it all happens because of love. The love is a cause. But what you are has no cause. So error happenings happening out of love, good intention. Loving, caring for what you are. But it's already the way you realize yourself, but it's not the reality. So you realize yourself in loving, caring about what you are, and always. And by loving for yourself, even you want to know yourself as a seeker. So that is not your fault. You cannot otherwise. By love, you want to know your beloved. And I sit here, and that is your pain. You will fail. You will never know yourself. But you try. You cannot stop trying. The self-inquiry will never stop. There is no end to it. It may stop temporarily for someone, but what about the next of you, or your whatever, surrounding by people? Does it stop for them too when it stops with you? So maybe realization will always realize itself as human people or whatever, or different separate object of time, and there will always be this consciousness. The one who claims for me it happens, so what's the problem? Temporary, maybe an absence of suffering. But what is all the rest of? Then you take it as I'm awakened, and you can wake up too. I stopped seeking.
So it's just like bubbles in the air, really.
No, it's just
the bubbles
it's just the way you realize yourself. There's nothing right or wrong with it. It's just you can only realize yourself. You can only experience yourself in discomfort. Finally, you will never experience the comfort of the nature. And I tell you, be happy about it, that you cannot be experienced in anything. And whatever you experience, you know that where there is an experiencer, define experiencing whatever is an experience of discomfort. It's not, or ignorance, call it whatever. But not the comfort of the nature. So Ananda cannot be experienced in any relative or not relative, whatever way. Because there is no way to what you are. That is joy. And as there was no way to what you are, there was no way out of what you are. But no, this is the best message I can give, the best news, that you cannot attain yourself because you never left yourself. But now you trying attaining yourself, you confirm that there is a self to attain. And then you make it something what is attainable. And a relative object of whatever, what can be owned. That's already quite painful and doubtful. So you doubt yourself in that, totally. So you want to make it undoubtful. You want to be doubtlessness. But that is what you are anyway. But every morning the phantom doubter wakes up. Sometimes it's more or less doubting. And when the doubting stops, he says, oh, I'm awakened now. I don't doubt anymore. Sounds good. Well, I don't seek anymore. I realize my true nature. Sounds good.
So as long as there's someone realising their true nature, it's obviously, because that's reality.
Whoever claims that he realizes his true nature must be a false one.
Because it must be two, because
it must be false, because it's something new. It cannot be something new, it cannot be something what came last night or something. It was not there infinite before, and it's now it will be infinite after that. So that what is a new realization, it's a new realized master. Bravo! All his friends are congratulating him. Coming to the satsang. My friend is realized, so I must be a little bit realized too.
Or maybe they tried to kill him.
Of course they will attack him. They will not allow him to be realized, because they will kick his ass and will put him into circumstances where he really is collapsing. It will show sooner or later. What to do? Whatever is false will show. And consciousness doesn't allow it. It will poke so much until the poker face is gone.
Like Andrew Cohen.
I have no idea. I never met him. It's really the worst case scenario if you believe you're awakened or enlightened. You have to behave like one. It's such a fuck, I tell you. You cannot just be what you are. You just have to behave as people imagine our enlightened one behaves. No sex, no things, whatever. You have to be pure. I have to be like Ramana all the time. Only wearing a nappy or something. Wear a shirt, cannot be enlightened. I'm sure you cannot drive a motorbike.
Zen and the art of motorcycle maintenance.
What?
Zen and the art of motorcycle maintenance.
Maintenance, but not driving it.
But Moji is driving.
You think that makes it more realized? Then you make if he doesn't drive a motorcycle after awakening, he's not awakened. I said, the ideas of enlightenment are infinite, and they always think you have to behave different as before. It has to show. That's what I like with Ramesh now. Because he said that you have to imply it in daily life and it has to work for you. And then I said, fuck you. I go away, I go to the mountain. I am too lazy to make something work for me. Oh, heavy on the shoulder. Now you have the understanding and now you have to prove it in daily life. Oh. Much too lazy for it. If there's still daily life left, when you like what kind of enlightenment is that? Wow. And if it doesn't show in daily life, it's not yours answer. I will fail, I saw I will fail. So I'm rather easy up to failure than one who is a sucker. A successor, I mean. A sucker for success. I'm a successful sucker who now not sucking anymore, but not by not sucking, I am what I am. I'm non-sucking sucker. Not good. There are many non-seeking seekers everywhere, sitting around in shy toilets. I called off the search. I followed my master's words and I called off the search. Or if you go to Boring Bay, there you find all the leftovers, non-seeking seekers. So, in that sense, there is no way out, I tell you. And whoever claimed he found a way out is lying. So, what to do?
And yet our eyes still come here, kind of sitting with you, I guess. Hoping to get something, hoping to lose something, I don't know why.
I think after a while, no one comes to me expecting something, to get something from me.
No, it's true, just the joy.
I really make sure that this is gone after a short time.
But there's still something that really enjoys just hearing it.
Yeah, because as I said, days before I said you enjoy that you don't have to get anything to do what you want. And not that there's a teacher who gives you some techniques of how you don't become or I become, and you don't have to exercise your homework. You can still sit homework. You can still sit in the chai shop and enjoy the mountain and try it all. No, this is living the meditation in nature. Being that what you are, and just living that what you are, without any expectation of getting more or less out of anything. This is the nature of joy. Enjoying yourself in meditation by harvesting yourself moment by moment. It's like harvesting, but without an harvester. Who wants to now have the biggest harvest or something, or compares this harvest with another harvest or something. My harvest is bigger than your harvest. And I'm a better harvester than you. It's like a harvester. So, good. Something else?
Well, no. How could there be?
I always try to cut everything before it even grows. You see, I'm always tapping into the same trap. Yeah, I love it. This forget forgetfulness. Being a fool forever. That is forgetfulness. Being a fool for myself. Fantasy. And always forget that the moment you shake your mind, the bubbles come up. It's called Babylonia. Wow.